good afternoon.
Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
My name is Belinda and this is my colleague Craig.
Hello.
Okay. And your names are?
Gemma.
Elena.
Okay, thank you. Could I have your mark sheets,
Yes,
please?
of course.
Thank you. Thank you.
First of all, we'd like to know something about you, okay? Where are you from, Gemma?
Valencia.
And
I'm
you?
from Valencia as well.
Yes, okay. And are you a student or do you work?
I'm working at the moment. I'm teaching German at a language school.
Okay, thank you. And what do you do when you're not working or studying?
Cleaning my house, going out, doing the shopping, reading books, traveling as much as I can.
Thank you.
And what for you, Elena, is the most useful thing about learning English?
Traveling abroad, knowing people of other countries, and also I'm teaching German, but I think have a good command on English is also very important nowadays. So.
Okay, thank you.
And Gemma, if you eat out, what kind of restaurants do you prefer?
Always Mediterranean food.
Why?
I don't know, probably because I'm Spanish and that's the kind of food I'm used to it all my life.
And can you tell us something about what you hope to do in the future, Elena?
Okay, my next future, I would like to have some relaxing days, maybe in August. I would like to travel abroad, maybe to Italy or to Greece, somewhere where it's a nice beach to spend some days.
Thank you. Now we'd like to ask you what you think about one or two things, okay? Gemma, do you use the internet on a daily basis?
Every day, at work, at home, even to look at the timetable to go to a cinema, to be honest.
Yes? Okay.
Okay. And Elena, if you could buy one thing more to make your life easier, what would it be?
Okay, I think I would like to buy something for the kitchen, something which will spare time with cooking, like a mixer or like some device to make my life easier cooking.
Okay.
And thinking about yourself, how representative are you of someone from your country?
Well, physically I think a lot, because I think I look myself very Spanish. But mentally probably different. My way of thinking is a bit strange.
Okay. Can you tell us about the things that make you laugh, Elena?
Okay. When I spend time with my friends and they tell me just what they have done in the past, or if they tell me some jokes, or I think I'm quite used to spend time with my friends, and if I listen to jokes, I love a lot.
Thank you. Now in this part of the test, you're going to do something together. Here are some pictures of different situations. I'd like you to look at pictures A and E and talk together about what might happen next. You have about a minute for this, so don't worry if I interrupt you.
Okay. Maybe the first one, we can see a father and a child. Maybe the next step is that the child is going to do it on his own. So to ride a bicycle on his own.
Or maybe fall down.
Or maybe fall down. But he seems quite confident. So I think he's going to do it properly well.
Okay.
Do you agree? Yes.
Yes, I agree. Okay. I think he's teaching to cycle his son, and about a couple of a year.
Yes, they are quite famous.
I think they're doing photo call actually.
Yes.
Some sort of photo call, and they might be, next step will be, I don't know, going into the Chinese theatre for the awards or something like that.
Maybe attending the Golden Globes Award. So maybe they are just happy because they are quite famous.
And they're very well dressed.
Yes.
They look amazing.
Yes.
Thank you.
Sure.
Now look at all the pictures. I'd like you to imagine that an internet blog is publishing an article called 3 of Life's Main Influences. These pictures Illustrate some of the ideas for the article. Talk together about the positive and negative aspects of these different influences. Then decide which 3 ideas the article should focus on. You have about 3 minutes to talk about this. All right?
Should we start with picture B? Yes.
Yeah, why not?
Maybe it shows the peer, a sense of peer, where the people are just having a good time. They are sharing maybe experiences as well as in C. So maybe the common topic will be how to share, maybe hear knowledge and hear a good time together. What do you think?
Well, in my opinion, they look like teenagers coming out from the high school. So maybe why not? They're going for a laugh after being all day in a school, and it could be.
Okay.
And I think that picture C, it's interesting because it's a teacher teaching primary school, and that could be good for an internet.
Maybe C and F are connected because of the subject of history, which I think is also very important to take into account, because I think it's very important that we know where we come from and our historical background as well. So maybe this could be one of the most important items.
Actually could be linked together, one with the other.
Yes, that's true. I agree completely.
Yeah.
And maybe D and E are like more science fiction in the first one, and in E, it's not there are celebrities, so it's not connected to real life situations.
Yeah.
And maybe in A and C, they are showing an effort because they are learning, and both are learning. Maybe they are learning some intellectual knowledge, and he's learning how to ride a bicycle. Do you agree with?
Well, I prefer taking F, C, and B actually, because they're somehow linked because of what we said before. History, we have to know about our history, where we come from.
This will be our first topic.
Teaching the primary school youngsters, and afterwards they come, children, smaller ones, and afterwards they come the youngsters. They had a good education on primary school, and then they are going afterwards to high school or university. I don't know.
Yes, maybe I see your point, because they are linked together.
Those 3 actually.
Yes.
Thank you.
Now in this part of the test, you're each going to talk on your own for about 2 minutes. You need to listen while your partner is speaking, because you'll be asked to comment afterwards. Okay? So, Gemma, I'm going to give you a card with a question written on it, and I would like you to tell us what you think. There are also some ideas on the card for you to use if you like. All right?
Okay.
Here is your card. Okay. So please let Elena see your card. And remember, Gemma, you have about 2 minutes to talk before we join in.
Would you like? Yes,
Okay.
please.
Well, it's a difficult thing to say actually, because it depends. I think that it depends on the kind of job you are doing, because responsibility is not the same responsibility that a doctor has that, for instance, a manager working in an office. A doctor he's got other people's life in his hands, so that I think should be well paid, actually. And it wouldn't be the same being a manager in an office, because in fact, I've seen that every day. You are a good manager in an office, but you have a good team. You have your people doing the daily work, and you're getting paid better than them, and you're not doing anything. So, responsibility, yes, but depending on the job. Also difficulty, obviously. You're prepared, you've been studying and training and all your life, so why not? And risk and training, again the same, because risk, if it's got risk to do with health, if you're like working in a mine underground and you're getting your lungs, yeah, it should be well paid as well. But then again, I mean, they're doing that because they didn't study or they didn't want to do anything else to be able to work in a different place. So I don't know sometimes, to be honest. And training, well, I think that being a teacher should be very well paid, because actually a country with no knowledge like Far East or Afghanistan, countries like that, the people are completely ignorant. Look what it's happening over there. So I think that being a good teacher is really difficult, and that should be well paid as well.
Thank you very much.
And Elena, is there anything you would like to add?
Maybe the last topic you were talking about responsibility, maybe we could speak about the housewives, because sometimes we forget the jobs or the responsibilities or the tasks they do, and I think it's quite hard to remain at home, to bring up your children, and to clean your house as well, so everything at the same time. So I think it should also be rewarded.
Thank you.
And do you think the age of retirement should be changed?
Maybe I think it depends on the professions. Maybe if you have skills to continue working, and your job is just sitting in an office, or maybe to be a teacher. If you have the good capacities,
what happens with all the crises we have now? All the people coming out of the university, 25 years old, living with their parents, even 40. And if we keep the age of retirement at 70 or 67, when are these youngsters going to start to work?
I think I see what you mean. Yes.
Because that's a point to think about as well.
So I think it depends on people and on the kind of job you are doing, and in the qualities, the physical qualities you have at this moment.
Okay, thank you. And now, Elena, it's your turn to be given a question. Here is your card. Please let Gemma see the card. And remember, Elena, you have about 2 minutes to tell us what you think, and there are some ideas on the card for you to use if you like.
So I will talk about how a success should be measured, and first of all I would like to start with success at home. Maybe if we think about parents, how parents deal with their children, I think it's very important that they should be successful in the way they bring up the children. I mean, how to spend time with them, and how to help them with the homework. Also, as I told you before, the task of housewives, because it's a hard job at the same time, because they should take care of the children and clean the house as well. So at school, the task of teachers is an important one, and they have lots of responsibilities, not only because of the subjects they teach, but also the way they transmit the illusions to continue learning in the future lives. And finally, at work, because I think if you have a good boss, the boss should be considered a successful one if he or she fosters that you work properly and that you have good results at work. So I think, as a conclusion, we could say that success, we could talk about success in 3 different areas, and I think maybe at school would be the most important one, because we are dealing with teenagers or children which are growing up. So I think teachers should get well paid, and these tasks should be well rewarded as well.
Okay, thank you. Is there anything you disagree with, Gemma?
Yes, actually, because she said that she prefers at school, but I think that it has the same importance as in every of the 3 facets. Because if when at home, if their parents haven't taught behavior, manners to their kids, afterwards, when they get to school, they're not going to make it. You can have the best teacher in the world, but if the children have that lack of, behavioral manners, it's going to be difficult as well.
Okay.
And what kind of people are usually successful in life?
Maybe nowadays, I don't know if you agree with me, but
Right now, people who have money.
okay, but maybe engineers or maybe economists is not the best time to talk about economists, but also this kind of professions.
It's true. I entirely agree.
Okay.
I would change my career if I were born right now, for sure. I will do an engineer, yeah. I forget about other things. I think it's the only thing right now, especially being here in Spain as well.
Or maybe not the only one, but maybe if you think about other areas like teachers or like, I don't know, doctors, they should be also successful in their lives because they are doing a very important task.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And now to finish the test, we're going to talk about accomplishment in general, okay? So, Gemma, do you think that we expect to achieve too much in our lives these days?
Sometimes we do, but there again, if we don't have achievements, I think it's in our nature to, when you buy a car and afterwards you've got that car and then you're going to buy a house and that's the way it goes, I think. And I think it's good to have that. Obviously, it's not that we have to be so superficial, but it's good to go for it.
Okay. And Elena, is it realistic to expect to have a happy family life and to achieve our career goals?
I think we should expect this because this is the basis for a happy life. So I mean, if you are happy with your job, with your what you have you studied and with your personal life, the next step logically should be to have children and to have a family. So I think it goes together, one with another.
Do you agree?
Not at all. No, because, for instance, for me, having a happy family, well, I have a happy family, but I am not married and I haven't got any kids, and I don't want to have any. So my way of thinking is completely different.
Okay. And to what extent do you think accomplishment is influenced by advertising?
A lot nowadays. A lot, yeah. About anything, really. Cars, houses, or even the way you should just not dress, but even react or be. And that's why there are so many problems with kids, with anorexic people and all those things. A lot influences.
Do you agree?
Yes, because I think nowadays, if we switch on the TV, we have lots of commercials dealing with sports or even with brands that influence our children and also our youngsters, so they get influenced as well.
And how important is it to achieve a good balance between work and leisure in life?
I think if you are happy with your job, you should be also happy with your leisure time. I mean, you need like doing sport or going out with friends to keep a balance. I think both of them are important.
Otherwise, you'll get depressed if you just sort of go to work every day and that's it and get inside a house. I think it should be a balance.
I think you.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. That's the end of the test.
Thank you.
Thank you.